In this episode, I'm finally going to send humans into space. Well, at least I think they're humans. They're more like human canisters right now. But whatever, that's what I'm gonna do. I can see the rocket in the distance as I approach Exodus Station. Let's see how this goes. Well, I've made it. That's a start. This place is huge. Obviously, since there's a rocket here, well, let's check it out. Well, I knew I was going to need power to get in here, but it turns out I need one of my humans as well. There's a place on the floor that just fits the Lazarus pod, which I'm going to have to place before I can enter. Well, before I go and get Alf or Betty and bring them up here to open the door, I should see what to do about the power first. This looks like the place, and since there's not much else out here, this must be it. And it is. Plus, it's full of all kinds of nice loot. You're coming with me. Yeah, I brought extra batteries just in case. I have the feeling I'm going to be here for a while, so it's better to have more power than not have enough. Great. Now I just need to grab Alf or Betty so that I can use them to unlock the door and get inside the terminal. There we go. Access granted. Now I can get inside. Let's hope I don't regret it. Looks like it's just Sweetheart, so it shouldn't be too bad. And it really isn't. Except for the fact that there's a lot of them. Sheesh. Humans and their obsession with cash money. I just don't get it. Isn't like it saved them. Anyway, this place looks like a kind of reception area. I guess they were sending a lot of people into space at some point. Wonder what happened to them, because they're not there now. Ah, here we go, an elevator. And once I clear it out, I get to see where it goes. Or I would, except as usual, I'm loaded down with creature guts and I need to go back to my boat. I also feel real uncomfortable leaving my human out here, so I'm going to bring them back to the boat. I'm so protective of my little kiddos. Alright, now to get back to the elevator and see where it goes. Well, that's interesting. There's a horizontal shuttle thingy that I take to get to the middle platform where the rocket lives. But before I do that, I'm going to go check and see what's on the upper level. Looks like rocket launches were a thing back in the day, a source of entertainment. It would be fun to watch a rocket launch, I guess. But for me, I'm just going to ride this shuttle to the middle platform so that I can get a look at the rocket. The infrastructure here would indicate that rocket launches were going on for a long time before humanity went extinct, which would make sense since I'm supposed to send my humans up into space, so there must be some place to send them to, and somebody had to go up there to build it. Okay, I'm here. Time to focus on the task at hand, assuming I can do that. Well, there's the rocket, and there's plenty of angels around doing whatever it is angels do, which I haven't figured out yet. Looks like there's some important stuff underneath all these critters, so let's get rid of those so that I can check the situation out. I think the spider creatures that come out of these green pots are called babies of all things. Who comes up with these names? Okay, everything cleared. What I see are 2 large resource tanks and a crafting machine that I don't know how it works yet. I'm going to have to figure that out. A couple of oil cans over there. I'm probably going to need to use that. I can make the distillation tower now, so I'll be able to collect it. Well, here's the rocket, and here's the control terminal. Let's take a look at that. Great, a checklist. That'll give me an idea of what I need to do in order to get this rocket launched. This is where I'll charge it with electricity. There are also hatches for methane and oxygen. I just have to figure out how to get enough of that stuff into the rocket so that I can launch it. In the meantime, let's see where these stairs go. They go pretty far. Ooh, made it. If I wasn't a robot, I'd be short of breath right now. I'm up at the top of the rocket. There's a switch to flip here, so of course I'm going to do that and see what happens. Oh, that's how you get to the hatch, so that you can open it and presumably load it. I'm not going to be able to open this until I've got the whole thing powered up, so it's going to take a while. In the meantime, I'm going back down, and I'm taking the stairs because I don't trust the power situation yet, and I don't want to take the elevator. Plus, there's a really nice view. Okay, preliminary reconnaissance done. Time to go back to the boat and get ready for the next step. I've decided that if I'm going to have to ride that shuttle back and forth between platforms frequently, it's probably a good idea to connect the power to my boat instead of relying on batteries to keep everything going. It took a minute, but eventually I was able to do it. Here we go. There, now I don't have to worry about getting stuck between platforms. Which is good, because here I am again. The next thing to do will be to repair and connect all the power generators on the rocket platform. I'll have to clear out some critters, but that shouldn't be a big deal. First round of critters dispatched. Now to check out the building. I don't hook the power up down here. I'm probably going to have to go upstairs. Here we go. This is where I'll connect the power once I repair all of the generators. Last batch of critters dispatched. Now let's see what I need to do to repair these power generators. Oh look, these are the good power generators, tier 3. It also means that I don't have all the necessary parts to repair them, so I'm going to have to go back to my boat. Again. Okay, I've been back to the boat and got everything I need to be able to repair these power generators, and then I'll hook them up and get the power on. It is nice that they're tier 3 power generators. There we go. Repairs done. Now let's get it all hooked up. Whee! Objective complete. Power on. Now, let's take a look around, like at this Pico terminal. No new authorizations, but hey, look, my humans are in the terminal already. Well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but there they are. And they actually have names. And developmentally, they're young adults, like 18 to 20 years old or something like that. Makes sense, though, because I guess you really wouldn't want to send babies up to space all by themselves. I'll build a little infrastructure here to make my life easier. I'll start with a medium battery. I'm also going to want a recycler and a fabricator to reduce the number of trips I have to make back to my boat. Great. Medium battery complete. There's not much room here for a recycler or a fabricator, but I'm going to squeeze them in any way I can. It won't be pretty, but when is it ever with me? I guess aesthetics was in one of those fragmented files, because I sure don't have any of that. Alright, that's enough prep work for now. I suppose it's time to get to work on getting that rocket ready to go. Oops! I didn't expect that. That's a laser bob. I better be careful with that one. They're a lot more dangerous than the roller boys, which I can just about tank by now. It's not attacking me, so I suppose I could just let it go, but it is a navigation hazard, so I'm gonna take it out. Plus, it drops good loot. Yeah, gotta be careful of the laser. That thing is a blip, man. Just gotta make sure I have some good cover. Victory! My strategy worked. Now to collect the spoils. I wonder what that guy was thinking. I wonder if they were just admiring the view. I'm going to need to use the seawater pumps that are hidden under these critters, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to need to be able to make the oxygen I need. Oh crap! That was unexpected. Victory! Now to get rid of the rest of the critters. That includes the other roller boy that's hiding all the way out here. Fortunately, that one was easily dispatched as well. Now it's time to check out this platform, because I think I saw a place down below where I can moor my boat, and it would be really nice to not have to ride the shuttle back and forth constantly. Sadly, I can't get down from here, so I'm going to have to get down there using the lower level. I'll have to clear all this junk out once I get my boat here, but for now I'll just jump over. Uh-oh, critter alert. Oh no, it's leeches! There, last of the leeches done. Oh, I hate leeches. Yeah, this is it. I'll drop the ladder and then I can bring my boat over. I'll do that. Okay, boat moved. Now it's time to start getting everything I need together so that I can launch the rocket. Gotta get that rocket launched. I'll start by using all these little cans of oxygen that I found lying around to fill up the rocket. I'm going to need a lot more than this, but this will help. Next, because I can't help myself, I'm going to have to see what is on that third platform. There wouldn't be a third platform if it wasn't something important, so I'm going to go check it out. I'm here, but as usual, there's no power, and I'm going to have to go down below in order to get the power on. There are a ton of mosquitoes down here, and of course I was injured before I even got here, so it's not looking good for me. Oh crap, I'm in trouble. Retreat, retreat. It was a near thing, but I did survive. So now I'm back with full health and fully replenished ammo. Now let's take care of these things. This was by far the nastiest fight in this whole place. There were so many mosquitoes. Okay, looks like one more mosquito pod and then I should be there. Great, mosquitoes dispatched. Now I can get into this power room. I haven't seen any power generators on this platform, so I'll just make do with a small battery for now. Now to get inside the main building and see what this place is all about. There isn't much on the first floor in here, but there's an elevator, so I'm going to take that and see what's on the upper level. Ah yes, this looks like where the action is. This looks like some kind of a control room for rocket launches. This terminal here would support that hypothesis. This is a launch terminal. I guess I do that from here. Okay, enough procrastinating. Time to get back and prepare the rocket for launch. The first thing I'm going to do is build a distillation tower, because I'm going to need the petrol that it outputs in order to run the Sabatier reactor. which is this thing here. I'm going to need a small petrol generator in order to produce CO2 for this Sabatier reactor, which I'm going to need to make methane and oxygen. The petrol generator can also power the Sabatier reactor, but everything else is going to need to be on a different power grid. So I'm going to create a power cable network that extends from here all the way down to my boat. This is going to be fun. I'll build the distillation tower first so that I'll know where I need to put power cables over here. I'll also need to build a petrol tank and a diesel tank to collect the output from the distillation tower. I'd prefer to run my cables up here than on the catwalk underneath, so let's see if I can do that. I'm bungee jumping. Okay, that was fun. I have to go do what I was hoping to avoid. Whew. Well, it's taken a while, but I'm almost there. Let's get this puppy connected to my boat. If I can swing hard enough, I should be able to connect this cable. Wow, that actually worked. I truly didn't expect that, but I'm glad. Anyway, it's all done now, so I can get started with turning things on. I'll begin with the distillation tower because I'm going to need the petrol it produces to run the Sabatier reactor. Wow, it's loud. And it makes alarming noises. Next, I'll build a small generator, and then I'm going to need to build the water purifier. Then I have to connect the water purifier to the seawater pumps down below. Once I do that, I'll be ready to fire the whole thing up. By now, the distillation tower has processed all of the oil, so I have the fuel to power the small generator. So let's get everything hooked up. What a colorful snarl of cables. But it works, and nothing else matters. Distilling all that oil didn't seem to produce much petrol, so I'll supplement my supply with this small petrol can. I'll keep an eye on how much I have to make sure that I can finish the process of fueling the rocket. The oxygen and methane is coming in, but I need to get it to the rocket, and that means more of my beautiful networks of cables. Great, the transfer of oxygen has begun. Uh-oh, the Sabatier reactor has stopped because the methane tank is full. I guess I should have done the methane first. But I have this little doodad that produces oxygen from electricity, and that way I can finish fueling the rocket with oxygen. Oxygen production resumed. The next thing to do is to power the rocket with electricity, and this is where I really screwed up. I made 2 small batteries, and in fact it takes a total of 10 to fill the entire rocket. So I don't have anywhere near enough, and I have to wait for the power generators to produce enough. And that's going to take a while. Okay, I've got it started, and it's only going to take a year and a day, so I'm going to be here for a while. Too bad I didn't start that caretaker band. This would be a good time for rehearsals. The oxygen is done, so I can start on the methane. The methane tank, fortunately enough, holds exactly enough methane to fill the rocket, so I won't need to collect any more of that. That's a plus. There we go. Nothing left to do but wait for the electricity. There is one thing left to do, and that's to get Alf and Betty up to the hatch at the top of the rocket. And because I don't know how I'm going to get them up that ladder, I have to go back to the first platform and take them the long way. I should have done this before I moved my boat, but I didn't think of it at the time, so I have to do it now. Still, I don't have anything to do while I'm waiting for the electricity, so no big deal. Okay, that's done. Let's see how we're doing. Oh my god, I'm not even half done with the electricity. Yep, time to start rehearsing for the caretaker band. Or alternatively, I could make some nutrients on my boat, since I put a food processor in there. Finally, it's fully charged and ready for launch. Let's get it going. Well, how about that? There's room for 4 humans in here, not just 2. Oh no, you know what that means. I'm going to have to go get 2 more humans. I can't send up a half-full rocket. Has to be full to the brim. I guess I'm going back to the seed vault. Okay, I did manage to make 2 more humans, and here's what I got. Gamma, or G as I call him, is a maintenance engineer, and Delta is a nutrient handler. That seems like a good mix of professions, so let's get him to the Exodus station and load him on the rocket. Finally, let's get these guys loaded on the rocket, and then I'll finally be able to launch the thing. Bon voyage, little humans, and good luck. I never thought I'd get this far, but finally I can launch the rocket. Let's do it! Waiting for launch sequence. Oh right, I have to launch it from the 3rd platform. If I try to launch it from here, it would turn me to ash. I know it's going to need another small battery down there. I'll probably have to do this every time I launch. Okay, battery installed. It's time to do it. Here we go. Oh, great, a countdown. Yeah. Well, that gives me time to find a good view.
10, 9, ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have liftoff.
Look. Just look at it. Humans ascending again. Soaring into the heavens. You've done it. You've really done it. Do you feel this? This impossible joy. It's happening, Caretaker. We've reached hope.
Yo, Fairy Godmother, I'm a robot. I don't feel joy. I do feel mild annoyance from time to time, though.
Caretaker, the first human is in orbit. That changes everything. The Council of Humanity has convened inside the Lazarus complex. Go see them now. They need to understand what you've done, and what you're becoming.
Girlfriend, they just launched 2 seconds ago. How could they have a Council of Humanity already? I should have known. As soon as the humans are sent up to space, more work for the caretaker. Oh well. Oh well, at least they did give me this drop pod of goodies. Apparently it dropped from the sky after the launch, but I didn't see it. But it did show up on my map, so here I am collecting my rewards. To get inside, you have to swim in from underneath. The sea is a little rough, so this is taking me a minute. Who would have thought this would be so hard? Ugh, there we go, finally.
They have gone where we cannot, carried by your resolve. But this is not enough. More must rise, more must follow. This path cannot close. Not yet. Keep sending them, Caretaker. Keep humanity alive.
Fairy Godmother, you got a new voice module. Where did that come from? Well, let's see. Ooh, all kinds of goodies here. I won't go through and show all the goodies I got, but there's like 4 levels in this thing before you climb out the top. Yum, yum. So what's next for me? Well, I've been summoned to the Lazarus Complex because of this Council of Humanity thing, so I guess I'll go do that. Figures as soon as there's humans in space, they start bossing me around. Oh well, this is my life from now on. Let's do it.